Trust basically for me is a very close topic to my heart since I have been working on it for the last about 5 to 7 years. In how do you relate trust from a physical to a digital space, right? So digital trust is something which I have been experimenting with for quite some time, trying to figure out what would be the different attributes, how do you actually measure it, how do you actually transform the organization specifically now in this new age with the digital adoption and trust. Well, it's very much. I mean, you really can't put your finger to it, but it is a fundamental or the foundation for everything that the organization is looking at. And more so today in India, when you look at the exponential growth of the digital adoption, the entire exponential growth in terms of the services which you are going, the banking, the e-commerce, even all the other user interfaces, right? So the app-based economy, again, the trust is a very fundamental thing. Well, as I said, so if I go back, right, so the experimentation which we started with and now the way I see the whole framework that Deloitte has introduced, we started with simple attributes. Probably it could have been an oversimplified version of what you have now, but with simple 7 attributes, something which the organization can see internally, something which the customers will see externally. So I have to give you an example, cyber and data privacy, right, is something which the customers see. Because they know when there's a breach, they know when there is a cyber incident. Now they are looking forward to an organization. How is organization handling it, right? Are they being transparent about it? Have they been responsible about it? What was the after fact that they did, right? How did they actually come across after the incident? Because incident can happen, but what's important is how did you manage it? Similarly, if you look at the internals of it, so like for example, the resilience or the risk management of my platform, which customers don't see, but it's very important internally, right? So these are the kind of attributes, if you think of, where some of the attributes, if you don't do it right, it may have a negative impact. Some of the attributes, even if you don't do it, it's okay, but when you do it, it has a very positive impact. Like for example, customer experience, right? The customer experience in digital, when you do it right, it's a wow factor for the customers. I think it's never going to be enough, right? So this is a journey. So just like what cyber and the risk area used to be, right? You can never say that I am a completely fully cyber secure organization. Similarly, the trust is so. You can never come to a conclusion that I have done enough, whatever is required to build the trust, because trust is always evolving, right? So what was trust yesterday for a customer is not the same when you talk about the same customer with the same trust factor today. Right? Because they have experienced something new with maybe some other organization or somebody else or maybe some other customer interaction. So they would expect you to also evolve. So that evolution as a journey, I think, will continue.